Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel for your RB Salzburg versus Chelsea Champions League match preview. Today with the early kickoff, which is great news. Finally, I can go to bed at a reasonable time after a Chelsea game. So 6 Things We Learnt will be uploaded straight after the game. I know there's been a load of late ones recently, but today it certainly will because the time is favourable for a Champions League fixture for me. RB Salzburg, 4 games played in the competition this season. They haven't lost a single one of them. They got a draw at Stamford Bridge, 1-1, in Graham Potter's first Champions League game in charge. Since then, Chelsea have gone on to win twice, very comfortably, against an AC Milan team who you probably would have expected to be either second or top of the group after those 2 games. Chelsea have managed to somehow resurrect the campaign, but despite being top of the group, this is a must-win fixture. Chelsea do not want to be in a position where that final home game against Dynamo Zagreb is a must-win game. So tonight, we've got to go to Salzburg. If we win this, we're basically through. So we've got to look at where we're going to do that, considering when we played against Salzburg at home, it was the first game, I think, under Graham Potter, and the issue with Chelsea at the moment is we're defending very well, we look a lot more solid, but we've got similar issues to what we've seen with Thomas Tuchel as the manager. We're not scoring enough goals. We've got 16 goals in 11 Premier League games, which is one of the worst records in the top half of the Premier League table. In the Champions League, we've won our last 2 games, 3-0 and 2-0, in what was probably 2 of the best performances under Graham Potter so far. We're still unbeaten. Before we go and take a look at the team news, I want to say a big thank you again to privateinternetaccess.com for partnering with me in 30 days leading up to the World Cup. Yes guys, so a massive thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring this video and partnering with me here on GBFC for 30 days in the lead up to the World Cup. If you don't know what Private Internet Access is, it's a VPN. Everybody should have a VPN to encrypt your internet connection. With the World Cup coming up, I live in Indonesia. I want to be watching with English commentary, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to the UK so that I can sign into my TV accounts in the UK and listen to English commentary from my favourite commentators. Why should you go with Private Internet Access for your VPN? Well, through my link in the description, you guys can also see it here on the screen, you're going to get yourselves 3 months for free and 82% discount, which makes this cost you $2.11 per month. Go check the link in the description. They're the most transparent VPN provider in the world. See you guys there. Thank you very much. Big shout out again. Link is in the description. So, Chelsea today. We've got to go for the win. Average age of the Salzburg team, 22 years old. There is a reason why at Chelsea we are looking at technical directors, different people to bring in to help the running of Chelsea Football Club from teams in the Red Bull group, such as Salzburg and Leipzig. These teams with Red Bull, we cannot take them for granted. Leipzig have got Real Madrid tonight, but Chelsea, they really must not take RB Salzburg lightly. They're unbeaten in the competition, and their recent record in all competitions is good. They're scoring a lot of goals. They're winning games away from home. They drew their last one at the weekend 0-0. But Chelsea tonight, we go into this still unbeaten, and we've got to at least, at the very worst, remain unbeaten under Graham Potter this evening. But without any further ado, we begin with the goalkeeper. Kepa keeps his place in goal. There were rumours before the United game that he might have lost his place to Mendy, but it doesn't make any sense. Kepa is playing so well at this moment in time and was so unfortunate in that game against United that Casemiro's header just goes over the line. I said it in the 6 Things We Learned. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. But I said if that save was a save, then it's probably the best of the host of saves that we have seen Kepa make in recent weeks. Kepa must keep his place in the team. As I always say, football, meritocracy. You're playing well, you keep your place, no matter who it is on the bench and whether it was deserved to be dropped in the first place. There's been a big debate. Did Mendy decline? Yes. Injury. Kepa comes in, does well, keeps his spot. Now, we move into a back 4 for the game tonight. The game is coming too quick for Kalidou Koulibaly. Graham Potter said it in his press conference. He'll be back on the grass Wednesday or Thursday. So we could be seeing a return in the Premier League at the weekend. So that only leaves us with two fully fit centre-backs. If you look at Aspi, I think tonight against Salzburg, we should try and utilise Ruben in the middle. There has been talk that Raheem Sterling could be seen as a right wing-back, but when you buy Raheem Sterling, I don't think he ever anticipated being used as a right wing-back. He's a left winger. As much as Sterling is fit, I just don't... in my head, I can't see Potter going with Sterling at right wing-back. It might work, but I've gone with a back four. Aspi at right back. Chalobah, Silva in the middle. Ben Chilwell as the left back. Marc Cucurella's had a throat illness. Don't know too much about that. But what I also do know, last few times he's been out on the field, he's not been great. And I don't think he's going to start this game tonight. There might be a world where Chelsea do go with a wing-back system, maybe Ruben's right wing-back, Aspi right centre-back, or Sterling right wing-back. I don't like the idea of this. So I've gone with a back four, moving in to a middle three of Ruben, Jorginho, and Mateo Kovacic. I got a bit of stick for giving Jorginho a green box against United, and I'll explain why I gave him a green box now. Yes, the first half performance, he was ran ragged by the Man United midfield and Chelsea, pushing players up and then leaving gaps in behind. Jorginho running back, we know. Running, not his speciality. However, he scored the goal. The only goal we scored in a game where we didn't really look like scoring. So he deserved the box. He stays in the middle. He's been very good in the Champions League this season. Ruben is growing in importance in this Chelsea team, whether that is a result of injuries, which have given him opportunities, be it as a wing-back or in the midfield. He is growing in importance. And Mateo Kovacic, as we know, is the most important fit Chelsea midfielder right now. I've been looking at different ways to bring Conor Gallagher into the starting 11, but I think Chelsea need a bit more balance in the midfield in this one. You've got the physicality of Ruben, the industry of Kovacic, and Jorginho just trying to marshal in front of the back line in order to help Chelsea get this game over the line. I think this is the best way to go to start, and we move into a front three. And as much as I said Sterling, don't want to see him at right wing back, I also think Christian Pulisic deserves a start in this game. And I think when Pulisic has been coming on, he's looked lively, particularly last week in the game against Brentford. When Pulisic came on, he looks as though he's got that point to prove, which of course he does. And I would start him in this game tonight. Yes, it is a must-win game. Yes, you go with Aubameyang, Sterling, Mount. It is an experienced, even though Mount is still so young, front three. But I think Christian Pulisic starts, and then tactically, like we saw Graham Potter do against United, Raheem Sterling can be introduced to the game, but I think it could be in that right wing-back position, which I say it and I don't get it. I do get it, but I also don't want to see it. So I think if the game is going away from Chelsea, we will revert to a back three. Ruben will probably remain in the middle or go a bit more advanced. Sterling could come on, and well, maybe it could be one of those midfielders who had to make way for Sterling to come on at right wing-back. At the moment, I'm not going to lie, it's confusing knowing what Graham Potter's going to do. We've got so many injuries. Reece James out, Fofana out, Cucurella doubtful. You've also got the injuries to N'Golo Kante too, and Kalidou Koulibaly. So Chelsea are a bit stuck at the back. We've only got two fit centre-halves. Aspi, right back in this game tonight. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. It's difficult to know what Graham Potter's going to do, but my score prediction, I do think we win this game. I think Salzburg will score. I think we win 2-1. I'm not that confident about us going forward at the moment, as you've seen from the slight negative tone in my videos regarding the attack. But I think we get the win, and it sends us in to the last 16 of the Champions League. It'll move us on to 10 points, keep us top of the group. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said earlier, I'm partnered with privateinternetaccess.com for the month leading up to the World Cup. So if you haven't got yourself a VPN, there's a great deal for you in the description. And I'll see you after the game tonight for 6 Things We Learned. Come on, you Blues.